There's Penny. My hair looks a little crazy. There's Penny.
Hi, Lisa.
I just got it re-blued yesterday, so it looks a little crazy because I can't wash it yet. Oh, I gotta say my customer said I will send an order in a few. Okay, let me give her a heart emoji.
All right.
She was asking me which I thought would be better. She's 80, whether ultimate or platinum. And of course I said platinum because I love platinum. And there's Joanne. Maureen's not going to be on board today. She's got other things to do. So
Oh,
I'm sure it's appointment or something. So we're on our own. How are you? How are you today?
I'm
You
good.
doing good?
I'm good.
Oh, you're good, Joanne?
I'm good.
You
And
babysitting still today?
well, it's not babysitting, it's taking care of.
Oh, I'm sorry.
This we're raising this my newest grandbaby, and we're raising him.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say about that. I don't think you're as old as me, are you?
I am 58.
Oh, you are. I'm 61. I'm older, but not by much. I can't, sorry.
No, it trust me, I mean when we had the other five and then Serenity came on, we got her when she was about Lucas's age actually. And so we raised her from like 5 months old, and then I thought we were in the clear, and 41 years later, here she pops out another one, and here we are with him.
jeez.
Well, I don't know. I'm sending good wishes for you to get some sleep because that's chances are that's what. But at your age now, though, even when I first got Alex, everything was about finding people to help me. Is that what you do too, is try to delegate and find people to help you? I
Well,
hope.
we're fortunate because one, the hubby retired in November, so he's a big help. And then we have his three sisters still at the house. So I've
Oh,
got
awesome.
Destiny, who's a senior, 18 years old, Brianna, 17, a junior, and then Serenity is now 13. And so I've got three little mommies, if you will, to help me. So
Oh,
it
that's good.
helps. But yeah, and he has honestly slept through the night. He has slept through the night
Oh,
ever since we've had him at 2 weeks old.
oh,
I
that's
mean,
awesome.
he'll go
Oh,
down anywhere between 8, 10 o'clock at night, and he wakes up about 8 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, it's
That's fabulous.
wonderful. It's wonderful.
That is fabulous. Hey, Eunice. Hey, Donna. And Penny and Peg Duchesne. I say the whole thing, Peg Duchesne.
I'm gonna mute because I got to start feeding.
Okay, okay. Yeah, that's the constant battle though. No, I personally can't imagine. I At 42 it was hard to wrap my head around. I can't imagine at 61, but she's 59, but
it's,
she's in the
yeah.
ballpark, right? That's yeah.
God bless her.
Bless her, right? Right. But you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, right.
So how are you this morning, Peg Duchesne?
I'm doing pretty well. I'm looking forward to hearing what you're talking about with send out cards.
Right. Peg comes on board to keep me on track. That's Maureen's not on today, so you
Oh
have
no, she
me on
okay?
track alone.
I
Um,
just had my occupational therapist leave,
oh, oh,
and
they come to your house. That's awesome.
yeah,
We had to
they
go
say they're
somewhere one
coming
day.
at 11. They show up at 10 after 12. Yeah, it's not cool.
But still, I had to go somewhere, and my mother did her thing while I awkwardly sat there because they didn't have a waiting room.
Well, I wish I could go somewhere, but I can't drive for 8 weeks.
Oh,
Hmm.
I didn't know about that. 8 weeks.
Brian's going to be away for 9 days over Thanksgiving.
Oh,
I'll really be alone. Anyway, it's all good.
well, I wish I could come get you.
Thanks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
on the
don't,
way to Yonkers, pick me up.
right on. We don't live close enough. Well, I am doing a bunch of driving. I'm bringing him up here for Thanksgiving, so
Oh, good.
yeah. And matter of fact, what we're doing, and I do make cards about this every week, by the way. Um, my thing is, what is it? Hashtag cooking with Ty and Lisa. I know. What are you gonna do? I'm learning how to cook. So this week we're making French onion beef and noodles. It's gotta have meat because he's manly. Ooh, we gotta manly man's gotta have some meat in it, right? So that's what I'm doing. So after I go here, I've got to go get the ingredients. It's not a crock pot thing, it's a regular cooking thing.
Wow.
But it doesn't look complicated is why I picked it.
Good.
Right. So how we decide these things, somebody asked me this, believe it or not. I see one that I like that was on Facebook, and I'll save it or screenshot it. And matter of fact, that is something I wanted to show today, although you guys probably might know how to screenshot. There's some people that don't. And I send it, I messenger it to Ty and say, how does this sound? And I either get a or no. Because right, I did do what Hawaiian chicken. I thought that sounded good with it had pineapple in it on rice. And when I was at his house, he was eating pineapple. And I'm not a pineapple person really, but I thought, well, if he's eating pineapple, he must like it in his food. That was a no-go. So we're doing the the beef noodle thing. So let's just hope I can find the stuff for it. That would be awesome. But anyway, I did want to show, I've had a couple requests since last week. I didn't write down who they were from in case you wanted to know that, but um, when I make my cards, like the thank you cards for the company, um, my main money earner, as you know, is Avon. If I go on Avon's site, you can easily save the pictures of the products from them. I'm going to show you how to do that because I thought we all knew that one, but evidently not, which is still awesome. I'm signed in right now as a customer here. So let's just go to the holiday shop because that's of course my favorite thing. And then so I wanted to show you this two ways. So let's just say you wanted to do you wanted to promote this or have this on a card. Like say a customer bought it from you and you wanted to thank them. So you just bring it up individually like this and see there's the cursor. I'm wiggling around. If you point the cursor at it and right click, it'll come up with this menu. And then you say save image as, and it'll save it in your download or wherever you told it to on your computer. This is for a laptop or a desktop, not a phone thing. I don't rename them, although that would be a good idea. I just save it. So, and then you can use that in a card, of course. And they usually have some choices, like look at this is even a cuter one. So I'll save that too. Save and save. And then when a customer orders that, I can put that right on the front of her card. Okay. Now let's just say you liked something else, like see this thing with the ornament in it with those in it. Let's just say you happen to like that, but you didn't like the other stuff. Or it was something that wasn't savable. That might be, but I'm going to do a screenshot. On my laptop, there is a button. It may say something different depending on what system you're using. Mine says PRTSC, which stands for print screen. If I press print screen, it's gonna it's gonna make my screen go dark and it'll make that a crosshatch. See it? And then I go to the place where I want to start making this a picture. So I'm going to go within the color of it, press down on the left, and then outline it of how the picture I want, like that. Okay. And then I'm going to let go of that right click. I held it down while I did the box around what I wanted. Now I'm going to let go of it, and that saved it. So that picture is now in my, if I go look in here, there's a folder called screenshots, and that picture will be there right there. And so you could do that on anything that you can bring up on your laptop. So why that's convenient, I think, is like when I Google search and come up with a picture that I like, sometimes it won't let you download it because it doesn't like the website, your securities doesn't like the website, or it's got some kind of thing on it. You can screenshot it still usually, as long as it doesn't have a watermark or something on it. So there's different, and I've used this different ways, like Avon's emails don't always have it so that you can save the pictures that are in the emails. They're not always savable that way, but you can screenshot anything. So you can screenshot words, you can screenshot, like for the recipe thing. One of the things I'm doing is people that say something in the comments when I'm posting the recipe that he and I are making, I have saved the picture that they put up of it, and I did a screenshot of the recipe itself. So in the card, I can put the picture of of us making it, and inside put the picture of that they put with the recipe, and then on the panel, the back of the cover, put the actual recipe itself. And I got it by doing a screenshot. Donna's
Hey,
got
Lisa. Yeah, I
Donna's
got a question.
Yeah, you show question on your face. It's awesome. I love that. Go right ahead.
Okay, now as a screenshot, it's a PNG,
Oh, I
but
don't
in
know if is it?
SendOut, yeah, I saw that. But then in SendOutCards, you have to do JPEGs.
No,
So do you have to
SendOutCards
convert?
will take a PNG.
Oh, it will take? Okay.
Yeah, so let's go. I want to prove it to you because I don't want to say stuff that's not true. Okay, so this right here, that was a screenshot, right?
Right.
So let's look and see what it saved it as. Whoop. Where's let's see, properties right here. And it's a PNG. You're right, the screenshot is a PNG file. So let's just go try to use it, right? Wouldn't that solve it? Have you tried doing it or you thought it wouldn't take it?
Um, I guess I thought it wouldn't take it because
Oh,
it
okay, because it
specifies
does.
JPEGs.
I know it will because I do it all the time, but let's do it to show you. Whoop. So I'll do a build your own just to show you that that works. Okay.
Okay.
It won't take a lot of other things, but it'll take both JPEG and PNG. That I do know. Yes, indeedy. Yeah, this is slow, hey?
Mhm.
Okay. So if you haven't made cards before, I didn't mean to go fast through that, but here you can add pictures, upload the image. And then in my download, no, we want the screenshotted one. Let's see. I just got to move that enough so I can grab it without hitting the zoom instructions. Here we go. This is the one that I screenshotted.
Mhm.
And there it
Oh,
is.
okay. Yeah, it does
Okay.
take it. Okay.
So it'll take it. This one looks a little blurry to me, but that probably helped it not be as blurry when the card prints. But I took this one off of their site, so that's the one I've been using. Sometimes the screenshot ones aren't as clear because I'm screenshotting a thumbnail or something like that. Those those don't come out as good. And there's Rhonda and Kim, yay! But it's just an option. I wanted to make sure I pointed out because a lot of people were saying to me they don't know how I got the images of the products, and I didn't come up with them at all. I just stole them off the site. And I know it's true. If you don't have to be an if you don't happen to be an Avon representative, it's got to be true to all of the companies because when I was repping for the other companies, I did the same thing. As Donna knows, because she bought from me, and I just grabbed the products off the other company when I sent a thank you card for them too. And
Right.
every company I've repped for so far, I've been able to do that. Nobody has put a thing on their site where you can't take the pictures of the products off of it. The only thing you want to make sure of is over time, like the company that I'm talking about with Donna, over time, I'll say what it was Hempworth. Over time, they changed their bottle design, and over time, they changed a couple of their labels and stuff. You just have to be mindful if you're using it a lot to come up with the newest one. So when someone buys something, I usually go on the site to make sure I've got the latest picture of it and not keep using an old picture. That's kind of true. Peg and I were talking about that a million years ago, is why we got new headshots. That's true about you pictures of you too. So I'm getting to the point where I shouldn't be using that picture that I like so much that we had together, Peg, with the suit. I'm getting to that's too long ago already. What, 2 years?
Yeah.
Yeah, really you oughta, yeah, especially when things, well, not that I'm getting older in any way. I'm denying it to my dying day, but so right now I'm actually using some of my jewelry shots. So when I take pictures for the jewelry reels and posts I do, I'm usually doing the makeup before I do that. So those are decent pictures. And what I've been doing is I try to cut, and this you've heard me say a bunch of times, but when I do anything, I try to come up with a like a system for it so that I can do the same thing over and over, and it's not like I have to recreate everything all the time. So you'll notice on the reels at the beginning, there's pictures of me going or whatever else I'm doing, and then at the end, there's some shot where I'm not pointing anything out, I'm just going or something like that. So those are the ones that I'm not necessarily plugging an individual piece. Those are the ones I've been using some on the back of the cards instead of my suit picture. Because those are new. I just took them. They don't have any filter or anything. They're just regular pictures of me. So once in a while I've been using because there's a pair of earrings I love, the blue ones, those new blue ones. I've been using that one where I'm holding it up just because it's so awesome, the picture. But so Peg, do you know what the rule is for how long? You were saying this before I was saying this about people using old. There's some
Headshot,
of, go ahead. What were you gonna say?
headshots, you mean?
Yes. Yeah.
Well, I don't know that it's a rule per se, but it's just good guidance. I mean, if you look in the mirror and then you look at the screenshot, if you don't see anything comparable, like you using your, I know a little while ago you shared the photos of when Avon went to Nashville and stuff like that. You didn't have blue hair.
Right.
So,
Well, for me, it's easier because of that.
right,
But
right.
we have
But
we
if
have a
you
buddy.
lost a bunch of weight, if you gained a bunch of weight, if it doesn't look like you at all, you shouldn't be using it. Whether we're talking about dating sites or your work, or if you're the Avon lady, you're going to make a delivery and the person shows up and doesn't look a thing like what's on the message, that's not good. So I don't know that it's a rule, but I would say 18 months to 2 years is probably too much.
Everything is a rule.
Right, okay. Well,
Right.
if it's older than 18 months to 2 years,
Do another
time to
one.
get a new headshot.
One of our buddies in the Success Alliance, and I won't say who it is, it's a girl. She's using pictures from when her kids were little, and they are at least 20 years old. It looks absolutely nothing like her. I interviewed her on my show, and I was like, So, right, yeah. So we don't want to do that. We want to just, plus, it
Yeah, you
doesn't,
want to stay current.
well, right, you don't have to look, you don't necessarily have to look professional. It doesn't have to be that kind of shot. I love Donna's, by the way, your new
Oh,
shot.
yeah.
That's awesome. But it
Yeah, that
doesn't,
is good.
it can be just ones that you're taking yourself, especially if you're sending them on the back of cards for customers. The main thing with a customer isn't your professionalism, it's your relatability. So if you're using a funny Snapchat filter on a customer card, that's cool, in my opinion. If you're using one of the pictures that you use to promote something, that's okay too, because it's a customer. That's a little bit different, I think, than if I'm sending a card to corporate for some reason, I'm using the suit picture. I'm not using my filter with the dog ears on it. I'm, right. Not that they would say anything probably, but yeah,
Yeah.
right. So, Peg, did you go to the meeting or no Monday? You've been busy.
I went to the Monday meeting.
Oh, okay.
Did you know they're doing a 3-day gratitude journal, just a taste of the gratitude journal with the 3-day that complements the 3-card trial?
Oh no.
I don't
That's
know
not
that much about it, but if you open up, and then the other thing is, as soon as you open up into SendOutCards, whether you're a customer or um
the
a
sale pops.
Paintings ambassador, then it says, seasons coming to send, the season to send cards is here. And so it shows you all the latest and greatest. They did, if you buy 100-card package, which a lot of people do this time of year, you'll get 50 cards free. And so they have that. So as soon as you go into your SendOutCards, it'll pop up on the left and you can dive in and take a look at it, or you can just save it for next time. But those are the latest things that he's working on.
That's awesome. Are you doing like the mini journal thing or any of it? The journaling thing?
I already did a
Oh, okay. I thought you might have with one of the classes.
yeah, I didn't get his journal yet per se, but I'm doing a month of November gratitude challenge,
Ooh, can
and
we all do that
SendOutCards
with?
is part of that. But just so I have 60 quotes, one I'll post in the morning, one I'll post in the afternoon
Oh,
about gratitude, and then some other things. And SendOutCards is going to be part of that.
whoa. I think that's awesome. Are you doing that just for a challenge or is that promoting your business, your consulting business?
It's sponsored by Duchess Marketing. Yeah,
Oh, nice.
yeah,
That's it. I knew there was an angle because you're you. That's awesome.
yeah. Thanks.
That is awesome. Is there a way we can participate in that with you?
Yeah,
'Cause
as soon
that's a
as I
great
get the
idea.
landing page finished, I'll post it in the Facebook group if that's all right.
Yes, that'd be fabulous. Because that
Okay.
is a good idea. Thanksgiving, a gratitude month. That is perfect. That is awesome.
Yes, yes, yes.
I haven't yet started my holiday card.
Well, why
What
don't
I
you share your screen and show them what it looks like when you go in to SendOutCards, because you might not have even seen it yet, but it went live, I think, Tuesday morning. All the stuff about holiday giving time and all that stuff.
I think when we were in there, oh, no, that is it. When we were in there a second ago, it popped up, but
Yeah. popped up.
I dismissed it instead of saying something about it. I think if I try to go to account, it'll pop up again. Here's the Act to unblock bonus card. So this is the click for pricing. Let's see if it'll do it. Look here, you have to click right on the here.
Right.
Okay, so these are the extra
There you
stuff
go.
that you get, right? So if you buy, okay, unlock 50 bonus cards until October
Yeah, there you
31st.
go.
That's coming right up. That's only 7 days. So if you're going to send a bunch of cards for Christmas, this is an awesome time to rack up on that. And it tells right here. I had somebody come back in. They've been inactive for 4 years, and they came back in.
Oh, cool.
And she's starting, which is a great place to start. She's starting here, the 37,
hmm
because you get enough benefits that it's not pay as you go. So that's awesome. She wants to make sure she gets in the habit of sending them every day. So how, just like a survey amongst yourselves here, how do you, what do you guys do to make sure that you're utilizing the system? Or are you struggling with that?
I
Like you say, I'm
struggle
gonna
with
do
it.
so much, like I do 10 cards a day. That's just my thing. And I do that only 10 because if I get to the end of the day, I'll say, well, I may have not done anything else today, but I can take a few minutes and do them cards because it's so easy to do. I don't not do it because then I can go, oh, I did something. It feels like I really did something. You know what I mean? You say you're struggling with that, Donna?
Yeah, yeah. Like I have my list, and I know what I want to do. And some days I do the 10, some days I do 5, some days I do 1. It's like I can't get with it. I do, it's like I'll do real good for 3 or 4 days, where I'm doing the 10, I'm doing the 10, I'm doing the 10. Then I drop the ball.
You know what? I think it's
I go,
hard
"Now I
when
gotta
I
pick it up
go,
again."
when I'm not home, it's harder. Like when
Yeah.
I'm in Yonkers, I have the laptop even because I don't like doing it on the phone. I have the laptop with my mouse and my lists and everything, and it's in my overnight bag, and sometimes it stays in my and he doesn't have an area. I don't have a desk there. So what I've been doing is yeah, I said to him last time, I'm comfortable at your house if I'm setting up a desk area there. So he's got a little, it was like supposed to be a air conditioner for indoors. That's not a window unit that we now don't need, right? And it's like a little rolling block, perfect for my laptop. I can sit on the couch and do it. So now when I get there, I roll that over and deal with that. But it's been a habit because I didn't make it a habit quick enough, I think. I'm used to just going down there and watching TV or doing whatever I'm doing. I'm not used to working there. So I've had to consciously say, hey, listen, I got a few minutes. Do you mind if I knock the cards out? And he says, no, I don't care. So it was me that was holding me back from doing it. But yeah, I think I maybe it is the habit of it. How do you deal with that, Peg? I know you're pretty faithful, aren't you, sending the
Yeah,
cards?
one thing I do, and Donna, this may help you. When I'm on Zoom or something and somebody says, you know, taking care of my mother or having trouble with my car and whatever they say, I'll make a note and then I'll put an asterisk next to it. And that'll prompt me to reach out and say, sorry you were having car trouble. I hope it's fixed now, or those kinds of things. And then that helps me get to my cards for the day, having those prompts written out.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
There's one, matter of fact, now that we're talking about one we should send, there's an Avon rep that lost her husband. Why don't we go make that one together? And I'll guess I'll just have to risk them saying something about that. So how this is gonna go, right, is I've got to go back to Facebook where I saw the post and get the information I need to be able to make the card, right? So matter of fact, feel free to chime in.
Does it have a picture of him?
The obit's up already. Yes, so that's a yes.
So one of the cards
So
I like for sympathy is the one where you can say something like remembering them forever. And it's a photo load. You can load the photo in there. And when I send that, people really, really like it.
When you do what? Do,
Send the card with the person who's deceased in the cover. They
yeah.
tend to comment that they really
Oh,
like it.
right. And I like to use that card that had the 5 spots if I can find 5 pictures of them. Let me make sure I have her mailing address, though. I'm pretty sure I do. I recognized her right off. Gouldner, yep, Joan. Yeah, I got her in here twice, but it's the same. Oh, it's not the same address. Oh no. Okay,
Go to
so let's
about,
look her.
go to her about page and see if she has it in there.
Yeah, and then we can look her up on what. Oh, Bartow. No, that's originally from though. Neither one of these addresses are that one, of course. Well, let's see what White Pages says about it. Okay. Okie dokie. I gotta go over there. Yes, indeedy. Well, so this I wanted to show this because this is what would naturally happen. Not usually if I'm showing you something, I'm making up a reason to send a card where this is a real life thing that happened that I would normally send a card for. And this is how I'd figure it out. So I'm at 99, so I looked one up since it changed. It just did a couple days ago. Oh, I'll take that off. So it's Joan Gouldner, and it's Pennsylvania. So I'm just going to put Pennsylvania. Although her name's not that unique, I probably need the town. Oh, that's it though. That's her. Albertus. That's what I've got. Albertus, Pennsylvania. Okay, so let's just make sure. Oh, and I don't have, wait a minute. So if you click on it, yep, there it is. I've got it. I've got the right one. Okay. I've got 2. I'll remember to use that one. Okay. So now let's go back to SendOutCards and see what she wrote about her husband. And what I'm looking for is 5 pictures. I think where it gets dicey is if there are pictures of her husband, chances are she's got 5 sitting there in her photos. But I got to make sure they're not pictures of some other random person, or because I've done that before, sent a picture that looked kind of similar to their husband and it wasn't. So
Can
let's go
I
to
show you the card I like to use? And it's one photo, not 5. 5 is great, but
oh, here's the husband. Yes.
oh, there it is. So save that picture. And then if you go to SendOutCards and type in sympathy.
Hey, hold on a second.
Mhm.
Oh no, that's a web file. Okay, so this is going to be one of those situations where I'm gonna want to do a screenshot, right? Although she might have that in her regular thing. Okay, okay, SendOutCards, and you can search categories. They have, oh, I thought they had one for sympathy already. No, so you just write it here, sympathy, okay. And the one you like has one. Is it the one with the
There's a
lily on
picture
it?
upload on the front. So keep going. Go down to the other ones. Keep going.
It's not the lily one on the front.
Keep going. Keep going. Keep going.
Well, I gotta wait for the
Right
load.
there.
Yeah,
Oh, I'm sorry. Keep going. Right there. The one
this one.
forever in
Yeah,
our
the
heart.
lily. Oh, it's
Not
not this one?
the one 2 over
Oh,
to the right. Forever in
Forever in
our
Our
heart.
Hearts. The only thing I kind of like this one better because I don't know her well enough to send that. Forever in
Okay.
Our Hearts.
Gotcha. We'll
That's like
see
saying I
all
love
kinds
you.
of options. Yep.
Yeah, but this is the same, is it? Is it?
Yeah.
These are both
Same
great.
principle. Yeah.
Is that all right?
Yep.
I don't know if that picture I've got's going to work there, but I'm only going to do this because I know Joan, but not well enough to say that her husband is forever in my heart. I think that would be
Gotcha.
a little,
Well, it's not in your heart, it's in her heart, but anyway.
okay, let me see if this even fits. We may need to go back to Facebook to get another one. Picture. So let's see here. Okay, upload image. And then I'm gonna go, this is,
What was his name, John? There it is.
yeah, I think that's not gonna be small enough. Oh no, that does work. Holy cow. I didn't think that was gonna be
That
true.
looks good.
I just moved it over a little bit, yeah. So now on the back, um, how about 4 pictures of flowers on this panel? What do you usually put?
I usually have a candle with the words sympathy or you're in my heart, and then I
Okay.
write a message like, I hope your fond memories help you through the grief you're feeling, or something like that.
You know, what am I thinking? Alex made me, I call it a card front, but it's a candle graphic for this very reason. Let me find it
Yay,
here. It's
Alex.
over here. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. Thank you very much for mentioning candle.
Yay, Alex.
The only thing is I've got so many, so much, so many graphics over here. Yeah, I think that's the harder part about, I could put one flower on the other side or something. I don't want to have that whole panel that I'm going to write on because I don't know her well enough to write a whole bunch of stuff. You know what I mean?
Well, you could just say, I'm so sorry to hear of your loss. May your happy memories get you through these trying times, or something like that.
Well, right, but I don't need the whole panel for that.
Yeah,
That's
you
why I
don't need
want,
the whole panel, right?
no, that's why I just want to make it a little bit smaller by putting a flower at the top or something. Okay, here's where is it? The candle. If you see me go by it, say something. There's a cool candle one that's coming up. Where is it? There's a thank you one he did for
There.
me.
Oh, that's a drink. I thought it was a candle. It's a drink.
There's a thank you one. Oh, we're getting
There's
to it.
that
Here it is.
candle.
Oh, there's a can. Oh,
Here it is right here.
oh, nice.
Oh, that's
Isn't
nice.
that nice?
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah. That's okay. So over here, I just want to put, I want to do this one. So I don't have to write as much. And I'll put an appropriate somber looking flower. Somber. A somber looking flower. Ooh. Are any of those somber looking enough? What do you
Well,
think? The
that butterfly,
butterfly?
you can say something about as you transition to the new chapter in your life, or something like that.
Yeah, I was gonna write something really shorter than that, like sending hugs and best wishes, and that was the
Yeah,
end of it. But
right.
sorry to hear, how about sorry to hear the news. To hear the news. Whoa. Sending love and best wishes from Lisa Wilber. I always think, because I recognize her name, I always hope she'll recognize mine. Because getting a card from someone you don't know about something like this is not that much fun, but I
I
think
would
she,
put the sending love and best wishes all on the second line. So put a return before that sending. Yeah, that looks
how
better.
about that?
That looks better.
Oh, good. Okay. Now, there we go. So now how about you do a different back for that probably.
I have a peace lily that says sending sympathy or something like that. Yeah.
Um, I wanna leave this though. I think
Yeah.
I'm just gonna leave it because if she doesn't recognize my name, she needs to
Yeah.
have some kind
Yeah.
of clue to go by. You know what I
Right.
mean? The
Yeah.
clue, and if she sees it Avon, she'll remember me, I think.
Right.
Am I saying that here? Well, if
Good.
she hasn't been following along, she wouldn't know I had blue hair, but I'm
Right.
gonna leave it like that, I think. Okay. But that's a good option. Thank you for saying that about and you know what? I should have just used the card you suggested because you're right, that wording isn't too personal, I don't think. I think you're right. I think you're right. Okay, now hers is this one.
State Street, yeah. State Street one was the one.
Yeah. There we go. And now this makes my pen too. Thank you very much. Yay. Yay. So that's how we solve uh dilemmas. When I'm looking up somebody or scrolling on Facebook and I see somebody that had something I need to send a card for, it starts with the hunt, which pictures am I going to use? Do I have enough information? And I look the person up to make sure I have their address first off. I thought I had hers because I remember her, but so that's what we would do. Do you happen to use white pages, Donna, or
Yes.
not yet? Yes, oh
Yes,
good.
I do
So,
use that.
but Peg's right, checking Facebook's the first.
Mhm.
That's the first thing to do. And then the white pages one for back it up. So that's awesome. And I like that other card that has the 5, but it's always not practical because not everybody puts 5 pictures of the people.
Right.
Although that is my favorite one. I use that one when I'm sending them for pets that died too. And usually they do post
Oh,
5
yeah.
pictures of the pet. They're more apt to post 5 pictures of the pets that died than they are their husband.
And there are people, yeah.
Did you ever
Yeah.
notice
Oh,
that? So
Yeah.
I think sometimes that people like her husband probably said, "Don't put my picture on Facebook or something." I'm not sure because some
yeah.
of them
I have,
do.
yeah.
Go
I
ahead.
have started doing a new thing on my phone when I'm scrolling Facebook and I see something where I want to send a card, but I can't do it right then, where I save the post. Because when I go back to look
Oh,
for it later, I can't find it and it really ticks me
oh,
off. So I save it and I have one a category that I made that says do card.
oh, that's
So
awesome.
then I'll
Well, and
save it
Donna,
to
that'll
that.
help you when you're getting to your total for the day and you haven't reached it yet. You go, oh yeah, let me look in my photos. You go,
Yeah.
oh yeah, there was that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm finding cheats.
Now, Donna, do like I do? Like you have a desk set up at your house where
Yes.
you go? Okay, you're probably sitting at it now.
Yes.
Right? So at the end of the night before, is your bedroom upstairs or downstairs?
That's upstairs.
Okay, me too. So before I close shop, then I say these before I shut down the lights and turn off everything and shut my laptop for the night. That's when I say, have I done the 10?
Yeah.
If I haven't, I go, well, you know what? It's only going to take me a couple minutes to get that knocked out, and then I can go to sleep knowing that I did it. And
Yeah.
that's how I end up doing it.
Devin,
I
does he not have his toys?
What's that?
what'd you say, Joanne?
Oh, shoot. I'm sorry. I didn't know I wasn't muted.
Oh, that's okay. You want me to mute it? Oh, she got it. Okay. Um, but that it's just there's an app on the phone too. What's that called? Strikes or something like that, where you put in what you're trying to get accomplished and then you mark them off as you're doing it. You might want to do that or
I tried that. That didn't work.
that didn't work. Okay. Uh I would say try like I leave the tab open for send out cards until I do the 10. Once I do the 10, I can close the tab.
Okay.
So
Try
yeah,
that.
I do little tricks for myself, which sounds stupid when I explain it to
Oh,
someone else, but
I get you.
at the time of doing it, it sounds perfectly fine to me. So,
Yeah.
are you using the phone app?
Yes. Sometimes I can just, whip out the
To
card
make
right then and
okay.
there. And
Yeah,
I
me
and I
too.
and I will, if I can at that time.
Yeah,
But
me
others
too. So
where I want to put more into it, those I put in the dual card.
I usually end up hitting the 10 on the laptop before I shut down for the night. And I'll do like on the fly cards during the day on the phone. But although I just did my thank you notes, I had 2 checks here that I had to thank customers for, and I took an order that I needed to send her a card for. I did those 3 before I did my lists, and I did all those on the laptop. So
Oh,
the cards that I send, like every day that I send the same ones every day, I don't like doing those on the phone because you got to sit there and scroll through your cards, and it won't let me
Mhm.
save. Oh, Peg, you know what? There was a question last week. I bet you know this one. I don't remember who was asked me, so I'm not sure about that, but it's in the My Cards, right, section. Am I correct in telling her you it's not going to show up in the My Cards section unless it's a card that you made the whole thing yourself?
I think
Stock
that's right.
cards. Okay. She
Yeah.
called customer service and they didn't tell her that. They just couldn't explain why, because she used the front was a stock card and the inside was what she put. It might have been Kim Gilmore, I think. And the inside was what she put. And then it took her, or maybe it was Maureen even. I think it was Maureen, now that we're saying it. Um, and she wanted to save the whole card. What I suggested she do, you can tell me what a better answer might be, is if she really likes that stock card front that much, screen front the stock card front,
Right.
then
Right.
create the whole thing as a create your
Her own.
own,
Right.
and then it would show up in the My Cards and she could use it over and over. Because she
Right.
said she was sick of creating the inside over and over. Yeah, I think that was Maureen now that I think about it. So can you think of another way that would be
Well,
easier?
when I find stack cards that I like the one I tried to show you about Forever in Our Hearts kind of thing,
Mhm.
I make it my favorite. So I heart it. And then when I put in sympathy, it'll be one of the first 5 or 8 or something that it shows me because I've favorited it. But yeah, she can screenshot. There's one card that I screenshotted and made it my own. And actually the photo that they after I
Oh,
created the front photo.
yeah, you stopped and froze for a second. The photo
Um,
that you,
I'll
go ahead.
create a card that I like a different photo on the front, but I'll
Mhm.
use the stock card photo, screenshot it, save it, and make that one of the inside panels.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Oh, that makes sense.
I've done
Yeah,
that before.
that's awesome. Yeah, that's awesome. So those are ways you can do that. Anyway, that's
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah, so you can't favorite a card that you made the whole thing,
You
and
put that in my card section.
that goes in My Card section, and
Yeah.
you can't put a stock card in My Card section. Those are ones so that's the differentiation. Is that a word? Differentiate.
Differentiator. Yep. Yep.
Differentiator. That's the
Yep. Yep. Yep.
differentiator. So, so that's it. That's awesome. So Penny's back.
Yeah, sorry about that. Every
No,
time I
no, that's
every
it's
time I get on a live, either somebody comes or they call me.
okay.
You know?
Yeah, my
You're
phone's
in
been
high
buzzing
demand,
too.
Penny.
Hey Kim, how are you doing today? Are you busy?
No, I'm doing okay. I'm on my way I have a 2 o'clock appointment. I had a 10 o'clock, 11:30. Now I have a 2, but I do have some cards I need to make tonight. And I'm really getting a thrill out of being able to send. I think I'm going to increase my amount, increase my
Right.
plan
Yay.
because my
Awesome.
customers right now I'm using Avon customers, but I did use some with just some friends. And sending birthday cards. They are loving them, and I'm trying to get on my cycle with thank you. So I'm updating my addresses and my database and trying to keep it, in a separate place where I can always go back to it. So that's working out
That's
very good.
awesome.
Good
That's
Yeah.
job.
awesome. And matter of fact, that's another reminder. Maureen reminded me on Team Time Tuesday, make sure you're picking some kind of way to remind yourself to download your complete contact manager from SendOutCards and any other company that you have a contact manager in, such as Avon has one. You
Right.
want to download that because anything could happen with the other guy, and that's your biggest asset is that contact manager.
Motion detected at the
Right.
front door.
Right.
No,
Yeah, I know.
Motion
Motion at my
detector.
front door. Who knows who's there? I hope it's my UPS person. I've been waiting on an Avon, and I feel like it's taking forever, even though it's normal timing. But you know, when you're looking for something that you want, you can't wait for. That's how
I know.
I'm feeling.
I hate it when I'm in Yonkers and I hear that announcement and I know the kid's
Okay.
home, but it's like, go get the package. Get
Exactly.
the package. It's like- and then he says, I can't find it. And I can see it on the camera. I'm like, you're going to trip over it if you just go out back.
Yeah. Yeah.
So then I sent him the
Yes.
picture they sent me. And it's like, although remember, Peg, the whole thing is the planter in front of the door so they wouldn't deliver there. No, that's where they left the package, next to the
Right.
planter, leaning against the planter. It's like I don't know. Yeah, I don't think they have a test for being the driver. They just
They must not. I don't
you
think
have a
so.
driver license, you're in.
Exactly, because sometimes they'll put it directly in front of my storm door, so I can't get out the door. So I have to go out my other door and walk all the way around to get it off the porch. I'm like, you dummy. Then I have a sign that says, "Do not deliver here. Do not place packages here." And above it,
Yeah.
it says, "Please deliver to the side door." And they still will stick the package right under the sign. I'm like, dummy.
Yeah, that happened to me too.
And I
Yeah, I
put it
have
in my
mine.
delivery instructions too. So it's online, you know, with Amazon, I get mad with them every time. And I'm like, they delivered it on the front porch and I don't want them where people can see them. I have a package box on the side where they're supposed
And you
to
know,
deliver.
it's not the same. Yeah, Amazon's not the same driver all the time because they bid on who's
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
deliver, at least out here, where like UPS and FedEx is the same guy all the time. So once you train one guy, you're golden, but not with Amazon.
Well, no, but see, I have a sign that says deliver to the side door and it has Amazon picture, FedEx, USPS, UPS, all the people that would deliver. It's on that sign so they all know this applies to you.
No,
Yeah.
you can, in Amazon, you can make it your second line of your address. Like
Oh, I didn't think about that part.
you put your address and then on the second line, put, please deliver to side door with sign that says Amazon.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's a
I'll do
great
that.
idea.
It won't solve the problem, but it'll probably, some people will pay attention.
Yeah, because it's in my
Increase
delivery
compliance.
instructions for them to do it on, deliver to the side door, and the sign is on the front porch. But yeah, they tend to not be able to see or read. They can just deliver.
Right.
Well, that at least might increase compliance, right?
Yes.
Right.
That's true.
Thank you for
That's true.
sharing that, Peg. I didn't know that either. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. In Yonkers, he has a buzzin. He's in a buzzin apartment. So I don't know how the driver gets in, but they have been getting in without buzzing him. So either someone happens to be there and lets him in. I don't know. But they'll send me the picture out in front of his door and I'm like, hey, your stuff's out in front of your door. So that's pretty neat. But here I hate it when I look at the delivery thing and it's at the door we don't use or right next to
Thank
leaned against the
Mhm.
planter.
Right.
Yeah. Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
anyway, the new thing I sent Ty some coffee cake with his card last week and he was all excited. Jaden eats honey buns from the store and I thought
Mm.
coffee cake. So he's going to try that. He's got a texture thing. So those are a little bit different, right? Coffee cake's mushier, but
Yes.
I thought the same, they still have like cinnamon. So maybe, but
Yeah.
anyway, so I was sending somebody else Kevin brownies for fixing the van, which got fixed by the way. And Ty said, "Ooh, can you send me brownies next time?" Because he did like those. So next time he's got brownies. The thing he's not used to is that he'll tell me something and it's a week until he gets them because he lives on the East Coast, of course, with me. And they're coming from Utah. So it takes a little while. So he just received the second set of coffee cakes and he said, I thought we talked about the brownie thing. And I'm like, yes, we did, but before we talked about the brownie thing, it was the coffee cake thing last week.
You have to
So,
tell them the rule that whatever you get, you do with it what you want, you don't complain.
oh, the Pinkalicious rule. Yeah, I told him that at the grocery store too. Yeah, because he said, yeah, Ty sends me to the deli counter, which is a bad
Motion
mistake.
detected at the front door.
Recording in progress.
Is a bad mistake in my opinion because I don't like choices and I don't like going on a scavenger hunt. And those are two of the things we're doing at the store. So he'll say, I'd like a pound of ham. I go up to the deli thing and say, I'd like a pound of ham. And they say, which one of these 20 hams would you?
Right.
And I'm like, the kind for sandwiches? She said they're all for sandwiches. And I said, listen, whatever one you get the most order from, give me
Yeah,
that
what's
one.
your best seller? That's the one I
Yeah.
want.
I said, because he sent me to the store, which means the Pinkalicious rule is in effect. And she said, what's the Pinkalicious rule? And I said, you get what you get and you don't get upset. So if it's not the right kind of ham, go to the store yourself. But anyway, did anybody have anything else I can help with this afternoon?
No, no.
Nothing? So yeah, I'm for me personally, I'm going to carry on with my list. So right now I'm doing more of Avon customers and Avon recruits because this is the time of year that we would bring on a lot of people. So I'm concentrating on those more than anything else. And thinking about, I'm looking through all of my pictures that I took so far during the year to pick out the 10 or 12 that I'm going to put in my holiday card. Narrowing down, usually what we did all year long, narrowing it down to a few pictures is tough. But that was when I was traveling 5 or 6 times a year. So a little bit easier now. But yeah, I don't know about how you handle it, but when people come into my life or disappear out of my life, I just don't say anything in the card. I bet you explain it, don't you, Peg? I don't do that. No,
No.
no, because someone about 4 years after I got divorced said, "What happened? What happened to him?" Because I just quit put his picture. I just quit putting his picture and quit talking about him. And that was
Right.
it. And then somebody last year said, "I noticed you had a picture with a guy in your card, and I figured when you were ready to say something, you'd say something." I'm like, "Yeah, that's the size of it." So, but yeah, that's what we do. I do a little highlight panel with a limited amount of words, but I mostly do pictures. But the kid said he's going to do me a card front.
Nice.
What is your plan, Peg?
I don't know. I just sent out my autumn cards and
So
I
you
haven't
don't always do
decided where I'm
Christmas.
doing. Huh?
Yeah, you don't always do Christmas because you do off. Yeah.
I do a Thanksgiving, but I did them really early this year. You know, I didn't know if I was going to die on the hip replacement table or something.
Is that really why you did it? Stop.
You never know.
You never
Mm.
know.
Right.
No, I think we're all going to live to 100 because of pharmaceuticals. What
Yeah,
are you
living
planning?
through chemistry.
What are you planning, Dawn? Are you doing a Christmas card this year or a holiday card?
Yeah, I generally have a picture of the Christmas tree on the front, and then the other pictures inside. Because
Oh,
I
that's a
just
good idea.
like the tree.
Oh God, why haven't I done that? That's a good idea. I've never done that. The closest was probably I did a Christmas tree color page on the
Mm,
front one year, but not the actual tree. That's a good idea. So
yeah.
awesome. Well, I will let you all go. I'm going to be doing my errands, and then first thing tomorrow morning, you know where I'm going, right?
I'm going to do my 10 cards.
Okay, that's a good
Yay.
idea. Yay. You should tell us how that works out if you can figure out a way to get yourself to do the habit. See if it
Yeah,
between now and
yeah.
yeah. Because once you get in, it's harder to get out of it, I think. You know what I mean? Because I
Mhm.
think about it every time because it's such a habit. So once you
Oh,
get the habit, it's easier to keep, I think.
okay. Well,
Anyway,
we'll see how it goes.
thank you
Have
very
fun. I
much.
hope your meal turns out well.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. I'm going to be posting, of course, about it because, you know. And I'll put this replay up on YouTube. And thank you very much. I appreciate you always. Talk to you later.